Hello, I'm Tina Sibley and welcome back to the last in the series all about confidence with public speaking. We've already talked about focus, we've already talked about language. Now I'm going to talk about the third, which is physiology. Now this is my favourite of all. It can make such a massive difference to how you feel when you're on stage or indeed when you're in front of a camera. Now, I want you to play along with me on this one. It's really important that you play along with this. So what I want you to do is to get out of your chair and stand up. And I want you to stand as though you are about to face an audience, the size of which really does put you into your highest state of fear. And what tends to happen is people, when they're feeling a bit nervous, on edge, they start to stand too straight, because we've been taught when we're put into a situation to stand to attention. So very often the feet come together and the arms might kind of come here because of the defence mechanism, you know, of the hands in front of the groin area. And the other thing is, it very often feels like you want to give yourself a hug. Now, I've never actually seen anybody on stage actually being that frightened that they stand like this. So then what happens is they do drop their arms, but they're still with their shoulders giving themselves that hug and defending themselves. Now, I want you to feel, you know, and I want you to adopt the facial expression of, you know, when you're really feeling uncomfortable. You know, this might be a little bit extreme, but it'll be along the lines of this kind of thing. You forget to breathe, your face kind of is all concerned and your muscles tighten up. And I want you to tell me, I want you to try and stay in this position without changing anything at all. I want you to feel the most confident that you can possibly feel. Does it work? No. You cannot do it by willpower alone. Now let's shake that off because it's not very nice. Now there's a couple of things that were going on here. First of all, like I said, if you're standing to attention, you're too wobbly. So it's hardly surprising you're not going to feel strong. So what you have to do instead is put your feet underneath your hips and have them nice and far, you know, at a distance that's comfortable. And then you need to make sure that your knees are not locked up, but kind of soft, because then you feel solid. If somebody tries to push you, you're solid and you're not going anywhere, and that makes you feel stronger within your core. Now the next thing that's really important is these shoulders. If your shoulders are forward, what it's going to do is it's going to cut your diaphragm. And if your diaphragm is folded over, it's cutting off your breathing and the circulation of oxygen around the body. And this is what exaggerates your symptoms, because if the oxygen isn't circulating around your body, the blood isn't getting to the parts of the body, so the oxygen isn't getting to the parts of the body that needs it, and that's when you start to feel uncomfortable and tingling and all this kind of thing. In addition, the oxygen doesn't go to your brain, so I forget things. Simple. So what we need to do to get that diaphragm opened, one more thing as well, when your diaphragm is closed, because you can't get a good deep breath in, you're talking from your throat rather from deep down, and it kind of comes across as a little squeaky, mousy voice, and you think, oh, I sound terrible. So, we're going to put shoulders back and down, and lift our heads up and smile. Now, once you've got this posture, regardless of how you feel inside, you're already going to look better to your audience. And they're going to think, oh, this person knows what they're talking about. I feel good. When you're like this, the message that you're giving out to the audience is, I'm not really confident, therefore I'm not that confident in my message. And therefore your audience might not have confidence in you. The other thing is, you may get one of two reactions off your audience when you're like this. You're either going to get, oh, bless, they're so terrified, oh, bless. Or they're going to think, oh God, what have we got here? Because it's true, yes, your audience will judge you. Now, what if, well, first of all, when you see, oh bless, or oh God, what have we got here? What are you seeing on their faces? Not good. And multiply that by the number of people in the audience. That's not a great feeling coming back at you. It's going to make you feel worse. Instead, if you get, a nice strong solid posture, shoulders back, and you put your head up and you smile at them, there's a really good chance that your audience are going to smile back. And what happens when you get all those faces smiling back at you? You're going to feel so much better. So, good posture, smile, start to think happy thoughts. Now we're going to merge the posture with the other things. So, the focus. I want you to adopt a really confident posture. Feet under hips, hips under shoulders, shoulders back and down, diaphragm opened, breathing nicely and smile. At the same time, think they are going to love this. This is fantastic. It's going to make a difference to their lives. It is going to really give them something which is so valuable, and therefore they are going to be so impressed and they're going to love me. And they're going to buy from me. How cool is that? That is so amazing. So I want you to think all these positive things. To start with, it might help if you borrow some positive experiences from somewhere else. So think of the happiest day of your life and think about it. That could be your wedding day. It could be your divorce day. Just think of something that makes you feel happy. Think of a time when you achieved something. It could have been your 400-metre swimming badge, or it could be your graduation day. Anything at all where you feel proud of yourself. Borrow that and bring it into how you feel now. If it helps, close your eyes. Get that posture, think happy thoughts, think of a time when you're really proud of yourself, and bring in the language. This is going to be awesome. This is going to absolutely blow them away. It's going to be life-changing, and they are going to love it. It's going to be fantastic. Once you've got that feeling, focus on how good it feels. Multiply it. Turn that volume control up to 10. Turn the brightness up to 10. Get that feeling so that it envelopes your entire body and that you feel brilliant. And then what I want you to do is practice getting into this state. This is what I call the speaking state. And when you feel like this and you practice it, you may not be able to initially, the first time you speak, call it just like that. You may need to practice it, but eventually it will become so commonplace that the minute you walk on stage and you smile, you feel such an amazing rush of adrenaline and confidence and excitement, and it makes you perform. So that's what happens when you bring together the right focus, the right internal language, and the right posture and physiology. So we have now started our journey on the road to speaking success, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.